Hello everybody and welcome back to the monthly review of Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. Now, I know that it is now July, but this way we are able to bring you 3 chapters in this video instead of 2. The 3 chapters we will be covering are chapters 83, 84, and 85. As usual, if you are enjoying the content, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything posted. Without further ado, let's get started. Picking up from where we left off last video, Lucy was fighting one of Celine's moonlit beauty gods, Mimi. As Mimi underestimated Lucy's strength, she apologizes to Lucy. Recognizing Lucy's strength, Mimi decides to use her full power. I do have to give credit here. It is always nice to see people recognize and respect their opponent's strength during battle, and then give the same respect back by either actually trying or using their full power. Respect goes a long way, and seeing Mimi recognize Lucy's strength is a nice addition to her character. Upon using her full power, Mimi is able to use levitation. In addition to being able to levitate, she uses her Mimi immovable fist technique against Lucy. Able to withstand the blow, Lucy is able to burrow her way into the ground and then pop out and land a kick. Do remember, she is using Virgo's power, and Virgo is able to dig holes and tunnels. This sequence reminded me of when Naruto was able to win his fight against Neji during the tuning exams by digging a small path underground and then landing the winning blow when Neji let his guard down. Unfortunately for Lucy, it wasn't enough to win the fight. Mimi throws Lucy into the air. However, while in the air, Lucy notices that there is a small pond nearby. Realizing the situation immediately, Lucy summons Aquarius. Remember, they are in Elentier, a world overflowing with magical power. So even without her key, Lucy is able to summon Aquarius. Agreeing to help Lucy in the fight, Aquarius is able to buy Lucy time. For what, you may be wondering? It is for Lucy's most powerful spell in her arsenal. It is called Uranometria. This spell works when the user recites the incantation, the 88 constellations of the sky come down as spheres and bestow their power upon the caster. This person then aims at their intended target and releases the energy gathered into a tremendous attack. This attack of Lucy's was powerful enough to defeat an Aetherius demon from one of the books of Zareth. Even though they are in Elentier, Lucy is still drained of power after using that attack. However, Mimi is able to stand back up after the attack, striking fear into Lucy. Except, instead of fighting further, Mimi faints while standing. Realizing this, Lucy passes out from exhaustion. Moving on to the next chapter, this chapter is more focused on the start of Gray's fight with Hakune. Since Hakune's power allows her to freeze the power of magic itself, Gray decides to give himself a boost by tapping into his demon slaying powers. It is still fun and exciting to see Gray use these powers, since the last time we really saw him go all out while using this power was when they were at war with Zera's army and Natsu had snapped and triggered his demonic powers, and Gray was the only one there that was able to fight him. Still in a stalemate with each other, Hakune reveals that she knows Gray's weakness. In order to expose it, she traps Gray in an illusion. Unable to fight it, Gray loses consciousness. Caught in the illusion, Gray wakes up having a dream of his own. In this dream, Gray is married to Juvia, and the two have a son named Greech, much like the Juvia and Gray they met in Nettalis. However, it is not just those three. In this dream, his father, Ultir, and Or have gathered in order to celebrate Gray's birthday. Even I have to admit that this is emotional torture for Gray, because those three are very important people to him. Unfortunately though, all 3 of them have passed on and are no longer physically with Gray. Knowing how much Gray wants to stay in that dream, as it is what he wants the most to be happy, he cannot stay there. Gray is able to recognize that it is all a dream and is able to snap out of the illusion. Hakune is surprised at Gray's ability to break free. Upon breaking free of the illusion, Gray reveals his one true goal in life, and that is he does not want to be happy, he wants to make Juvia happy. Respect for Gray for knowing his goals in life and that he has the perseverance to see them through until they come true. On to the last chapter of this video, we have the final showdown between Gray versus Hakune, Ice versus Ice. I've heard of fight fire with fire, but I suppose fight ice with ice can follow the same logic. Angered by Gray's persistence, Hakune decides to create a Diamond Titan. Seeing this creation, Gray creates his own ice make creation, Heavy Knights. I'm trying to recall the last time Gray output this much magic at once. The amount of magic Elentier has is really something to be amazed with. Able to push Hakune back, Gray is able to win and protect his friends. However, their victory is cut short. The overwhelming expansion of magic power in the world has grown to a catastrophic size. Due to this expansion, hands have begun to surface all across the world of Elentier. Does this sight seem familiar? If it does, then you would be correct. Even Wendy feels the same way. This is similar to when Fairy Tail was at war with Tartaros and they activated the face weapon sequence. For those who might not know what Face is or can't remember what it was, Face is an extremely powerful and dangerous weapon owned by the Magic Council that has the ability to nullify all magic across the continent. However, people who don't use magic or use abilities that aren't magic aren't affected by its powers. Fearing that the world is coming to an end, Natsu and Ursa awake, ready and determined to fight and stop Selene and save Elentier from its destruction. So for my overall thoughts on these chapters, they were decently played out. Unfortunately, the fights themselves seemed a bit short, but since they aren't major villains on the level of, say, Xerath or Tartaros, I can understand why they weren't longer. It was very nice to see Aquarius make a return and agree to help out Lucy. And even though it has been over a year since Lucy has lost Aquarius' key, the chemistry between the two, given their past, has not dwindled. Seeing Lucy's resolve and her perseverance to better herself is great growth for her character, especially with the character growth and development she received back during the war with Tartaros. It's welcoming to see her grow more as a character. In terms of how Gray wishes to live a life, it was a bit emotional, and it did kinda sting to me as I can relate to it in some aspects. However, knowing what Gray's life goal is and where his priorities lie, I have to once again give him credit. I am very interested to see what role the hands will be playing. Remembering what Wendy went through in order to destroy one phase, she did put a lot into it and nearly lost her life in the process. However, there is a light in that tunnel. She was able to unlock her Dragon Force and is now able to tap into it naturally. By doing this, she is able to now keep up with Natsu, Gajeel, Loxus, and all of them. So her capabilities as a wizard have grown quite significantly. And of course, seeing Natsu along with Urza reawaken from their wounds with a burning itch to fight and save everybody is a nice sight to see. I look forward to how Natsu and friends tackle Selene and save Elentier. It would be nice to see him tap into Igneous Flames again, but I doubt he's able to do that at the current moment. However, with the world they're in, anything could happen. That is all for this month's review of Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. Let us know what you make of the chapter so far. I will also leave you all with a question we would like to see discussed in the comments. Are the hands of Elentier equivalent to Earthland's face, or is it something else that just gives us a sense of deja vu? I'm your host Sly, signing us off here at 5-9 Gaming. For the viewers who live in the States, enjoy your 4th of July weekend. For everyone else in the world, have a fantastic and fun weekend and enjoy the 6th anniversary on Global Dokkan. Later!